Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you both for an absolutely stunning and beautiful recital.
Thank you.
It was just wonderful. Now, everybody's very excited about the Tansman. It's not often that you get to hear the San Francisco premiere of a piece that was written over 50 years ago. Can you tell us a little bit about how this came about?
Absolutely, yes. Actually, this was the world premiere because it was the first performance ever. It's a piece that was written for Andres Segovia in 1952, probably upon request of Segovia himself, who wanted Tansman to write a sonata for guitar. And Tansman wasn't really willing to do it, and eventually he wrote this piece called Sonatine and 4 movements that Segovia never played. He never played it, and the score was lost. Actually, we didn't even know that the piece existed until very recently. And the reason why Segovia did not play is that the text is really complex, the texture is very thick, and so it's really hard to imagine that the piece can be played on one guitar. And this is why the editors of the score, that are Angelo Girardino, Frederic Zigante, and Luigi Biscaldi, they decided to publish a version for 2 guitars, so to split the music, divide the music into two instruments, so that everything can be played the way it was originally written.
Yes. I can't imagine it on one guitar. It looked like it was challenging for 2.
I can only imagine Segovia's face when he read the score the first time and he decided he would never ever play, because this was just beyond everybody's possibilities.
And also maybe the style would be really Segovia.
Right.
The style is a little chromatic.
Yeah, it's a bit more chromatic than the cavatina.
Yeah, there are some harmonic functions that are not so clear. So probably this would be definitely a more advanced piece than the cavatina or the suite in monoclonic.
Right. A lot of fantastic music coming out of that period in France. And another piece that you played this evening was the André Jolivet Sérénade.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about the 4 movements?
Yeah, it's for us it's probably one of the best pieces of the 20th century, and it often happens it's not very much played or known. So it was
written for Preston Lagoya, wasn't it?
Yes, right. It was written for Preston Lagoya, and the writing is just fantastic. Sometimes maybe in the solo music, Jolivet can be a little bit difficult, extremely difficult to understand what he wants and how you can make work his idea. While this piece, apart from a couple of spots where you have double harmonics, really works fantastic for the 2 guitars with some exchanges.
His use of the dissonances, with this. Everything is functional to colors, so the way it treats harmony, it's for the guitar is really remarkable.
Yeah.
And also, although the piece is written in a style that is also very conservative, it starts with the preludio e canzona,
sort of Renaissance style.
Sort of Renaissance style, right? You've got these arpeggios, toccata-like arpeggios, the prelude, and then it starts with this canzona with the bass. And
the second one is more of a Spanish with the Roscado.
The second one, there are more cliché, but the third one is written in the form of a sarabande a little bit.
It's very French.
So it's
and the last one is almost jazzy.
Yes.
Some ideas,
yes, with those
blues,
chords.
It's a bit like Ravel, Tzigan.
Very eclectic music.
So it's very interesting.
And the other really surprising thing this evening to me was the Beethoven Moonlight Sonata. You don't often see Beethoven on guitar programs, and when you do, it's oftentimes in very bad taste. That was a fantastic performance, and I just want to make clear for the people that are listening that this was the complete Beethoven Moonlight Sonata. It was the entire thing. How was that, arranging that for guitar? Did you have to change many notes, to fit the keyboard music onto the guitars?
No, surprisingly enough, no. there's pretty much that everything that Beethoven wrote is in the score, except that of course, when you approach this kind of transcription, you don't really want to do a perfectly literal transcription, because that wouldn't work. So you try to rethink the piece in terms of of guitar technique and guitar possibilities and range, and you try to imagine the way it would sound if it was conceived on the guitar rather than on the piano.
You haven't recorded this, have you?
Case,
You haven't recorded this, not yet.
No.
I'd really like to hear it again.
But in this case, it's surprising how you can actually basically play everything that he wrote.
That's great. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Beautiful concert.
Thank you very much. Thanks.